Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course...
Oh!
you know, just because folks can hear you now, doesn't mean you have to blow my eardrums out. Like, wow.
I didn't really say it that loud. Oh!
So, the guy going, oh, is Super Patriot.
We're saying hello, sir. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
We got Trexlight.
What's up, guys?
And we have Brittany.
Hello.
And we're the SourceCast every Friday night. We do fun things. It's okay. You have to excuse me. I've had an entire day of forums where I didn't get any work done. I'm surprised I got a podcast out on my other channel. Just the forums, one thread just took over my entire day. And we'll be talking about that thread because it's a lot of misinformation that we have to try and fix. Because apparently it took 7 to 8 other pages after the one post that explained everything. It took more pages to explain it. So, and I will have to say this. After spending my entire day on the forums and not doing any of my other work, I didn't even get to read my comics today. And that's what I'm upset about. Because I was focused more on the forums.
You know, the DCO forum is kind of like meth. You know, just a little taste, but maybe try not to do it too often.
It's been 2 days straight, man. It's been 2 days straight.
No one of your breath stinks and your teeth are rotten.
Yeah, that's why. Thanks for the flattering visual there, buddy. So,
we're Super Toad.
Stop it
for Super Toad to do.
I've been on the forums, man. I've seen some shit. So after spending my day on the forums today, I want to address that when I see folks on the forums talking about where it's like, where are the developers at? They don't comment. They don't do anything. It's like, look, being on those forums, answering every single question, they would not be able to get any work done.
Not to mention the fact they'd want to choke all of you by the end of the day.
Yes, that too. That too. If I could have really had a rum and coke right now, I really could have gone for it once I walked into my house. So, if the devs don't really reply to your thread or something, let them do work. The forums are part of the work. I get that. But, oh my god, I literally did not get... I somehow created this format for the show, like, just super fast. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get shit done. I don't know what's going on anymore. Whew. It's... Green Lantern's right. DCO forums equal why aliens won't talk to us. That is so true.
Oh, man.
So we do have a really jam-packed information show. We're going to talk about episode 16 preview live stream. Talk about some LPVE because everyone likes to talk about that, and also hit on some other stuff as well. So I want to shoot it over to Super Patriot. How was your week? Because I think you have a story to tell.
Oh my god, I've got stories to tell. First of all, Vagrant, I had a little run-in with your old buddy from your last podcast.
Crappy or Count Chocula?
Crappy, and then of course you had to bring in the mighty one to help him out.
I thought he quit.
I thought they both.
Who's the mighty one?
The Mighty Hornet.
Hornet. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah, and a nice little run-in with them and all that. Mostly about saying hey telling them, so if you want the devs to sit down and listen to things that you have to say, don't be an asshole about it. Don't say they're stupid and don't know how to do their job. logical shit like that, and they just freaking both dove in. Yeah, they just both show their asses. But yeah, I had interesting duo run earlier this week, and there's a continuation to it. But yeah, I ran. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I ran the duo on my electric tune earlier this week, and this guy tried to hold it hostage and coerce payment from me for him running it with me. There's a 130 fire DPS, and refused to continue running the duo with me because I was 116, because he was basically giving me gear, which made no sense to me. But funny thing, next day I'm on my main, same guy sends me a tell saying how big of a fan he is, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, I was like, "Well, how come you didn't help me with that duo yesterday then?" He's just kind of like, huh? And I was like, yeah. But then I logged on this morning on my Rage Tune. I'm like 122 CR on it, and I had a 115 CR queue in there with me, and we both ran through it and all that, and had a couple of bombs. He got one shot a few times, and
poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. But I mean, we ran through it fine. And we, like I said, we hit a couple of bumps and all that, but we got it done. No big deal. So I mean, folks, seriously, I mean, you see somebody's queued up and all that, and they're like 116 CR or something like that, and you're 130. I mean, seriously, if you're 130, that duo is not that hard. It really isn't.
No.
So I don't know what the problem is.
But that's your solo with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Trexlight, or Vagrant as we call him. How your week been, buddy?
It's been pretty good. I got a new gaming laptop because my desktop has a bit of a problem right now.
Oh no, what's
so
wrong?
I'm actually on the game right now, and I'm able to play silently. So
mechanical keyboard, that's why.
Well, yeah, but I don't have a mechanical keyboard on this laptop.
Nope.
But it's got solid state drive, so all in all, I've been having a lot of fun. Other than that, just been playing the game. Ran Bombshells finally.
What'd you think?
League of Assassins 2.0.
Basically, yes.
Which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I enjoyed it. I like a lot of the mechanics in there. The first time I ran it, we only wiped like 2 times because it was my first time running it. And I think since it wasn't like my league's like A team, it took us like 40 minutes.
Oh, don't worry. My run trumps your 30-40 minutes run.
So
I'll get to it. Don't worry. Brittany, how's your week been?
Mine's alright. Kind of happy with Game Update 51 coming out, but it's okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear how you feel about the rage changes. Really?
Yeah, I heard you did the impossible the other night.
Yeah, so let's do that now. So you went melee and rage and bombshell. How was that?
Fine. It's all about positioning in that raid. But that's a raid that you can actually melee in, where the boss mechanics don't put you in danger if you do melee.
Yep.
Yeah, you just have to position yourself. But I tried to melee in HH normal and on the last 3 bosses, and you still can't do that. Like, it's just you can't. So
you would have to
you can't
get away. Yeah, it'd be annoying to do it.
You can't on Superman. You don't have enough health to withstand his ground pound. Plus, he's proximity aggro. So if you're closer to him than the tank is, you're screwed. Stompa, she does her charge. So you would basically have to run away, or else you're gonna mess up the positioning with her. She's gonna shoulder charge you. Like, the only one you could actually do would be Lashina, but you would end up losing damage by having to move out of her Doomspin. So, because you have to stop DPSing, or at least
and
stop using your best move.
Pretty much.
whereas everybody else can still continue to use their, you know, quote unquote close range melee moves where you cannot. So there's certain things that you can't melee. It doesn't matter what people say, you can't. I've tried it. But bombshells is definitely something you can melee, which is nice. And it's a lot of fun. And I was able to keep up with our ice DPSs, so that made me happy.
Yeah, suck it, ice.
So you saying that positioning is the key to all that. So the question I think that's on everybody's mind is, what is your favorite position then?
Oh my god.
Wow.
The one that doesn't get me killed?
There you go. See, you guys, you two went straight to the gutter with that.
I've had a long day.
We all know you were going for that. Every single one of us, except for her.
No, I know what you wanted me to say, but I wasn't going to say.
That's grown up talk later, right?
That's SourceCast After Dark right there.
Hear that on the giveaway. My week has been pretty good. Having to handle the forums, just trying to help folks understand information. That's, oh man, tiresome, very tiresome. So I tried to do this cool initiative Wednesday night when episode 15 finally launched on this past Wednesday. See, this is why we don't get hosted, because we're dirty. Darn it.
She answered correct. There's nothing wrong with her answer.
It was the question itself.
There's nothing wrong with the question either.
So Wednesday, when episode 15 finally launched for free-to-play and premium members, congratulations, guys. I hope you guys are getting into that content. I wanted to do something cool and offer to run the raid with players that were under 120 CR. Because there's, as we saw in the duos, players who are under 120 or that 113 in between there, players leave. They just leave the duo. They leave them there. They don't take anyone in there. It gets frustrating for them. And we've seen all the forum posts when when legendary members got to play this game for a week. We got to see it. And thinking about, and so I just wanted to do something cool. It's like, you know what? Shoot, I got 3 hours to kill. I'm going to set 3 hours of my time aside. Let's do this run. I want to grab people who are under 120 and do Bombshell Paradox in the old school 2-2-2-2 setup. 2 tanks, 2 healers, 2 controllers, 2 DPS. Because at this point, with people who are low CR like that, you really want to think about survivability. All right? I mean, I went in as my 129 CR tank. All right, I mean, I was in there, but I wanted everyone else to be low, and I walked people through the bosses, make sure everyone knew what was going on, the strats, and be helpful. That's what I wanted to do, is be helpful. Sadly, I couldn't really grab everyone who was under 120. I grabbed Dave, Burke Dave or Magician. I grabbed one of his alts. He was 116 when he went in, and I'm happy to say he walked out at 120. He grabbed, I think, the 120 back piece and I think 116 piece, I believe. So I mean, he came out with some great gear, and so I just opened it up to other players. We had a 122 healer, we had some 130s, a 129. It was a menagerie of other CRs. No one really conquered.
Menagerie, you mean?
Menagerie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What the hell?
You know I'm slow. Leave it alone. So we went in, and I'm happy to say I did edit the video. We with the breaks of people having to reboot, and then someone was trying to reboot but it didn't work, so he didn't come back, so we had to find a replacement. It was like the breaks were about, I think, maybe 45 minutes, if that, around there. So the entire run took us 173 minutes. We wiped... Ooh, actually, I have it all written down. Why didn't I actually just grab my notebook?
100 and what minutes?
We took 173 minutes. That's with the breaks. That's with the breaks. That's with the breaks.
That's what Vagrant keyed in on right there. How long it took.
My God.
My correction. The breaks was about 31 minutes. It was 31 minutes.
See, that's when I post one of those pictures that has like that guy in that business suit and just says, "Kill yourself."
No, that's what we want.
Did you break down what the times were for like the first boss fight, the second boss fight, and the last boss fight?
Yes, when I put,
Okay.
I was going. The video was being compressed today, and I wasn't able to. Oh yeah, by the way, episode 16 is now available on the PC test server.
Oh man, all this stuff rolling at the same time.
Oh yeah, and there are a couple of threads that we will be touching upon as soon as I'm done with my story.
Tell me faster.
Sorry. So, yeah, when I get the video out on my YouTube channel, each boss fight will have the time code when we wiped and when we actually beat the boss. And so I have it here. We wiped 2 times on the first boss. We wiped 2 times on the second. And we wiped 5 times on Lady Al Ghul. But we should have gotten her down on the 3rd attempt because the 3rd attempt was all my fault.
Did you rage crash?
You have no idea.
So that's a yes.
Hold on. Not only did I rage crash, I rage crashed with Lady Al Ghul having like maybe 10. It was so small of a sliver of health that I couldn't tell if she had health. So close.
Wow,
And I crashed. The ads went to the ice tank. And the skirmishers just went on with their merry little day. The alchemists just started throwing jars everywhere. It's like, oh, everybody's drinking. Die, die. And I was like, oh my God.
Trex, do you run with a reducer?
The what?
A rage reducer? So if you miss your cancel,
Yes.
you don't...
Yeah, I have Gall in Eruption.
Oh my gosh, Trex.
Gall in Eruption. Gall in Eruption was down. I rage crashed. I mean, I just took like so much damage, and I got knocked in my butt, so I couldn't really get out in time. And
That's why you cycled your immunity, so you would never get CC'd.
Yeah.
Trex!
That
it was an unlucky draw. It was just bad timing.
No, but okay, we'll go with that.
It was just bad timing.
If you're getting countered a lot and all that when you're rage tanking, don't block.
I didn't block.
Okay.
I think it was. I tapped range for some Gall for a reason because he was blocking, and I just got knocked down. The rage crash hit so hard, and yeah, it was just a bad time. But we did do it though. But we did do it, and even then, on that 6th try, that last time that we actually won, I still died.
Oh my gosh.
I died as Lady Al Ghul died. We died together. It was so majestic.
Oh my gosh.
It was so majestic. But yeah. And honestly, it's those kinds of those runs where we had 2 of everything. Lashina can still kiss my ass, by the way. I still don't like her. She hurts for rage tanks. She just hurts us. But the entire run might have taken about 3 hours, but still, it was like those are runs that I will remember forever. Not just because I made an ass of myself, but because it was just so memorable. Because we were working hilarious. We were working so cohesively, working together, no glitches, still great. We were having it was a really great time, and I thank everyone for tuning in to watch all that nonsense. And would I do it again? Yeah, I might do it again this weekend.
Can you even glitch that last fight?
Yes. Don't go to the table.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, man, tell me.
I'm just like, oh, I didn't even know.
I will say
We didn't know either until I saw something on the forum about it. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. People are so cheesy. Like,
now I will say that the last fight, where the ads actually just kept like I couldn't really move because I had ads around me, so I tried to like, all right, let me just squeeze around here, and so I just kept getting pushed back to that table, and so I was between the table, the wall, and ads on the other side. I'm like, my camera was just going all over the place. I'm like, I can't look. I'm throwing up here. This is horrible. So the table kind of screwed me up on that. Stupid table. But yeah, so that was my fun run, and I can tell you now, I might do it again this weekend. I might take another 3 hours of my time to get it done. We might be able to get it done faster. I don't know, probably not. But using the old school 2-2-2 setup, that was a lot more fun than going in there, spending 15 minutes in that run just with 5 DPS and calling it a day. That's boring. The 2-2 setup, that was great. So much fun. But all right, so we have one email that actually Soups might actually enjoy this a little bit, from our good buddy Gin Whiskey. And I know I got the chat there. It's weird, I know. So good Friday, Trex, Super Patriot, Vagrant, and oh yeah, Brittany. Almost forgot. After listening to the past couple of months, I think I know a way to narrow the divide of the DCO community between PvE and PvP. Alright, so quick answers, and we'll try and knock these out really fast. So number 1, any powers that are not support role specific or used in AMs should have PvP bonuses. Thoughts?
You might have to re-explain that.
Yeah.
What do you mean by PvP bonuses, though?
I have no clue either.
Question is, after listening for the past couple months, I think I know a way to narrow the divide in the DCO community between PvE and PvP. His first idea is, any powers that are not support role specific or used in AMs should have PvP bonuses.
I'm guessing something like...
These are more like suggestions than questions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted your thoughts on them. Not really.
Powers are not support role specific. The thing is, though, a lot of powers. I mean, like with fire, any power you use with fire will buff, in tank role, and it will buff fire's health. So I mean,
yeah,
I don't know about
excluding
them from.
I mean, it's basically like powers that we don't use in our trees. I mean, there's always those powers that are like, no one uses that. Something. I don't know. That I don't know what he meant by the PvP bonuses. I don't know what his example would have been for that. But anyways, toughness should be scaled in PvP gear like defense is to PvE. Like PvE
I completely agree with this.
Yeah, like PvE is tiered, PvP should be 2.
I completely agree with this.
The defense, the defense innate, that doesn't have toughness on it, does it?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah,
okay.
If you pick up defense in the skill points trees or in the iconic powers and everything like that, it also increases your toughness.
Okay. Let's see. RPS system should be reinstated for allowing all roles to be viable.
Yeah. You all know my opinion on that.
And then the fourth one, open up PvP passives in weapon trees. The amount of toughness in comparison to defense and health is unbalanced.
This I don't know about the toughness. I think if you pick up, I'd have to double check and look. I'd have to actually be on the game to see. But I think if you pick up defense innate from one of the skill trees and all that, it increases your defense and toughness by 10 or something, some number like that. I think it increases it by the same number.
I'm on the game, so I can just check.
Okay.
Let's see. After all 3 points are in, it's 40 per point. Yep, it's for 40 per point for defense and toughness.
Yeah, so I think it already does that.
Okay.
And then if you get the very bottom innate, let's see. No, there isn't one for defense down there. I thought there was.
Okay. And of course, I have to say the last sentence because it's so nice and heartwarming. Thank you for reading my emails, even though they're not so good. The SourceCast has opened my eyes to how the DCUO works and how to get the most of my time and money's worth out of the game. Yay! For informing the community on current events, in-game and out-of-game, those DDoS attacks. On behalf of the PlayStation System community, thank you. I hope to run with you guys someday once crossplay hits. Yay! I hope to play with a lot of PlayStation players when crossplay hits.
Oh yeah, they really just need to make it to where even if they're hero side, they can play with you.
Oh yes,
that would be nice.
All right, so like I said, episode 15, the Bombshell Paradox and the Corrupted Zamaron, has been released for all players. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves in it. This past Wednesday, we had the episode 16 preview stream, which was pretty nice, and especially to see Locke in all of his Longhorn gear. Apparently he's a Longhorn player.
Yeah, too bad the Longhorns didn't just do so well in the BCS championships last year.
What gave that away?
That's rubbing some deep salt there, bud. So,
yeah, I'm not salty. My team won.
Ooh. I don't have a team, so.
Buckeyes.
So, here is the episode 16 preview recap to go over everything. So, episode 16 will be giving us a new solo, a new alert, and for the first time ever, an elite alert. The solo is going to be Oa Under Siege. And if you're asking yourself why the SourceCast episode is called SourceCast Under Siege, it's because Michael Grid came out on Twitter, tweeted us, saying, hey, can we stop with the Under Siege? But, because, you know...
Why can't everything just be sieged? I was really upset that none of you got the reference I was making in that with that tweet.
I feel like there was a movie called Siege.
No.
Oh, then I would not have gotten that reference. No, I'm sorry. What was the reference?
Things are, things are always under siege. Why can't things ever just be sieged? You, sir, must not have watched Young Justice in a while.
Young Justice? I haven't seen it since it was on TV.
Oh yeah, that was like Robin's little thing on there. He's like, he's overwhelmed. They're underwhelmed and all that. Why can't anybody just be whelmed?
All right. So the solo is Oa Under Siege. It's going to play
technically an operation.
Yeah, it's going to play like Patrol Catastrophe from Amazon Fury Part 2. So you'll have your mission to go into different spots and go into your instance zone to defeat the last boss. It will feature Black Lantern Hal Jordan, and it will also feature a new character, Muck, from the Indigo Tribe. Yes. More Indigo Tribe members. The alert is going to be Desecrated Cathedral. We're going back into Gotham Wasteland, going to the Ruined Cathedral, where Brother Blood has been gaining more power with the help in using the Sons of Trigon. So we're going to see what's been going on with Raven since we've been last in Gotham Wasteland. Now, that's all really they said. They didn't want to give away too much information. So, but now that it's on test server, all the information is going to be out there everywhere. All of it. Yay. So, with this, with the alert, we'll have the Elite Alert. Okay, this is cool. The Elite Alert will have, actually, I know MEPS told us, but I'm not sure if that part was under NDA. Well, no, it was Pez that was talking about it.
Then it was probably under NDA.
Okay.
Pez said it.
It was talking about how the loot lock system for the alert was going to be. I'm not sure if we can talk about that. I'll wait for MEPS to give me the okay.
Well, they talked about it on the live stream the other day, where they said that the loot lockout for the Elite Alert was going to be a weekly.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the progress point.
Weekly. But you could basically, well, I think it was every 2 weeks, right?
That's why I was wanting to confirm if we could talk about it, because it was on in our chat.
But basically, if you run the regular alert every day and all that, you're never going to be locked out of the elite. Just for loot. Well, no, not even for loot.
Meps has my address. He'll find me.
Meps, what is the loot lockout for the elite alert?
Because like I said, it was okay.
There's a 2-week progress point.
Just like the elite raids.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it was that sentence that Pez was talking about. I don't remember them saying on the stream. But yeah, the progress point will be a 2-week progress point, just like the elite raids. The elite alert will have a weekly reset. The normal version will not. So basically, you run the normal alert. You can also go straight into the elite alert after you finish the normal, and then if without replays, you'll do your normal. You'll go into the elite. You'll beat the elite. You can wait a week, play the elite alert again, wait a week, and then you'll have to defeat the normal alert again to get another 2-week progress point.
See, I hope they do that for the elite raids, because he just said that has a separate lockout from the regular.
Correct, because you know how the raids, especially the raids, the raids have the shared loot, but the alert does not.
So we'll see a change in the future.
It would be nice. I mean, you run the normal alert and you'll be loot locked there, but you can run the elite alert and you won't be loot locked because of that. So they both have their own different loot lock system. Hopefully, if it works out for the raids, that would be neat. Especially with everything coming out in a month. Yeah, from Mepson here, we felt it was a fair compromise since the alert lockout has extended to a week from a daily, where with the raids that is not the case.
Well, even if you could choose where you got your loot, I would gladly run the normal raid, not get any loot, just to unlock it, to save that lockout for the elite raid. Because when you have to unlock it, you basically get loot from the normal raid, but then you're loot locked for a whole week from the elite raid. So if you don't replay it, you have to wait until the next week to run it, which kind of sucks.
And then with the elite alert, we get our first 4 pieces of elite affinity gear. Ooh. This is why I'm doing it. I'm doing the elite alert. I have to get my set gear. I love set gear. Love it. From Eps here, and again, even though the alert is weekly, it still only has the replay badge cost of an alert.
That's good.
I would just spam the crap out of Elite Alert then.
I'm already spamming the hell out of the duo right now.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to do that. It's a pretty good price. You can get, what, like, almost 4 resets in at the same... probably 3 resets. At the same price of an alert would be, or a raid would be.
It's 29 for an alert.
29.
It's 89 for a raid.
87 for a raid.
How much is it for a raid?
87.
87.
So 29 replay badges to unlock the elite alert. It's not bad. I like it. I still have 2,000, so why not? I mean, I gotta spend it, right? Gotta spend them all. So let's see, the elite affinity gear. There is a thread on the forums that was in great length because there was a lot of misinformation. So let me give you... Oh, man. So let me switch over... Let's talk about the gear first, and then we'll talk about that thread. So the elite affinity gear. This gear... Oh, episode 16, by the way, unlocks the vendor and the dropped gear is going to be weapons, head, hands, and feet. So we'll have our next 4 slots, of gear. And the elite gear, the elite set that drops, will be chest, waist, legs, and back. So basically, the set from episode 15 will be the set gear, the elite set gear for the elite alert. And the items that, if you're wondering, are right here. All the item levels from episode 15 will jump up three spaces, I guess. So that will make the rare gear from the solo will be 119. The vendor gear is going to be 121, and the alert, there's a lot of disagreement finally, but there's the answer. The alert itself is going to drop item level 123. The elite alert, the set gear from the elite alert is going to be 120. This is my article I wrote up. I just have to change it now, because I thought both the alert and the elite alert was going to drop both 123, but that's not the case. The elite gear is going to be 120. Okay, it's going to be 120.
Okay.
Now, the style for the elite set gear is still going to be the energy armor, but the energy armor is going to have this cool water-looking effect to it. You can still change colors, but it's going to have that different effect to show, like, hey, where'd you get that piece? That's the energy armor. Like, yep, I got it from the elite alert. Boom. Or, the elite raid. Boom. The elite affinity mods. There's going to be a new section in your generator that's going to be all the way at the bottom for your affinity mods. Can I just
add a suggestion right here for the chat and all that? Because Maps was talking about where to put the vendors, all this gear. I say, like, for the watchtower, open up the area where the broker used to be. You guys could put like a dozen vendor robots down there.
Yeah, I like that place. I don't know where I don't know if the Hall of Doom had that kind of closed off area.
They had a central area. Yeah. There's a central area in the Hall of Doom also.
Right in the middle of the Hall of Doom.
Bring back the pods that used to showcase the armor too. I used to like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so to unlock the affinity mods, you have to have 2 pieces of set gear. Alright, 2 pieces of the elite affinity gear. You will unlock your type A mods, and the mods will be sold on your vendor kiosk in your base, where you pick up everything else. So to unlock the type A, you need 2 pieces. B is 4. So right now with episode 16, when it comes out, we'll only be able to unlock type B because we only have 4 pieces. Once episode 17 comes out, we'll unlock type C because of 6 pieces, and type D for the 8 pieces. Alright, so there's your pieces. We'll be able to get the type B for now. And the elite gear also goes along with any other elite affinity gear. So when episode 18 drops, and yeah, I'm going to go into that in just a moment too. When episode 18 drops for the next elite alert, the elite raid, for the next set of affinity, you can mix match. You can mix match it as long as you have 2, 4, 6, and 8. You'll be able to have those affinity slots. You'll be able to have those mods. You just have to have that gear. So it's up to you. It's up to you as the player if you want to keep a hold of a piece to keep that mod, or you just want to replace it and you just lose the mod. You'll lose access to that slot, to that type. So also in episode 16 for the loot, I think this is actually going to go in with episode 17 when the shoulders drop, because that's where we get our shoulders, is in episode 17. When you complete the set style according to the live stream video, when you complete the style set, it'll be a 0 point feat, but you'll get a title for it. So you won't get any feat points, but you will get a title. So that's the episode 16 recap. And I guess we can just go straight into talking about episode 16.
Speaking of titles you guys go with? I know what Brittany's doing. I know which one Brittany went with.
That's right, she did.
What titles did you guys go with?
I went with Of the Light. Of the Light.
Oh, such a sellout.
What the hell? I'm a Red Lantern. I'm I'm of the light.
Vagrant, did you pick a title yet for your 10?
The Wanderer.
Wanderer. Nice. All right, Brittany, let's hear it. What's your title? What's your title?
It's the one for completing the first SM. What is it, like, Own Survivor or something?
Yeah, it should be OA Survivor 2014, right?
Yeah, 2014 OA Survivor.
I went with the lovable because everybody loves me.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
what? So, like Maps announced earlier in the chat, episode 16 is on the test server, and I will try and hop in and take a look at it as soon as I'm done controlling the board on my game screen, because it did get updated. So episode 16 has the new 4-player alert. Desecrated Cathedral. Minimum CR to get in is 113. The suggested is 132. And then the new solo, OA Under Siege. Where is this located, by the way? It's minimum CR to get in is 113. And then the suggested CR is 132 as well. Let's see. To play this solo content, your character must be level 30, 113. Okay, so it doesn't actually say in the patch notes, or in the notes, where to do it. Because we all know... Oh, there it is. And look for Hal Needs Help mission. So you'll get the mission in your quest log when you log in, I guess. So, here we go. The generator affinity bonuses. So, the overview. Really fast. The affinity bonuses are character boosts via stat increases or additional abilities, which will become active when the character meets some of the set requirements. The first affinity bonuses will come from wearing Episode 16 Elite gear. That gear has the tooltip to let you know it works with affinity gear mods. Wearing this, quote, wearing this and other pieces of Elite gear will activate your currently installed affinity generator mods that require Elite gear, end quote. The generator. The affinity generator mods are a new type of generator mod. These mods can only be installed into the new bottom row of the generator labeled Affinity. The mods have 4 categories that correlate to how many pieces of Elite gear you can wear. Basically, I just went with all that stuff. So, the sockets to the generator follow the normal rules of the generator in that they require the cells to be active in order to have them function. So, cell 1 will activate type A, cell 2 will activate type B, and cell 3 will activate C and D. The Affinity Generator mods themselves. The bonuses are better depending on how many pieces of gear are required to activate it. The 2-piece Elite Gear Type A Affinity Generator mods grant half an equipment mod's amount of a stat for the given tier. The 4-piece Elite Gear Type B mods grant the full amount of equipment mod stat for the given tier. For instance, a Tier 7 Might equipment mod grants 130 Might. Okay? So a 2-piece Elite Type A generator mod, V7, would grant 65 Might, and a 4-piece version 7 Elite Gear Type B mod would grant 130. The 6 and 8-piece, which is basically Type C and D, will be available at a later date. So the mods correspond to a certain column in the generator and will only work in that column. This is different from how generator mods work. Alright, so this is their own special thing. The 2-piece Elite Gear Type A and the 4-piece Type B have a version number and use an icon that matches that, like version 7. Installation also contributes 8 prestige. And the mods can be purchased from a new I will stand corrected. The mods can be purchased from a new vendor in the tech wing of the headquarters and have a point of interest marker on the map. They are also available from the Amenity R&D vendor. So, okay, so if you have your R&D vendor in your base, you can go to your vendor in your base or go to the guy in the headquarters. At least we know where they are. And then the character UI. In order for you to know which Affinity Generator mod are currently installed and or active, oh snap. The top right empty slot in the inventory UI is labeled Affinity Bonus to show and used to show a tooltip. The tooltip will gray out any installed but inactive mod descriptions and will gray plus show none if the generator does not have a mod in that slot. If all the cells in your generator are depleted, a message is shown at the top of the tooltip that says your generator is unpowered. Add power to your generator if in your base to activate the Infinity mods. Thank you for that. We finally have a use for that slot now. Yay! Rejoice!
Man, I had such a better idea for that slot, though.
You did!
It's gonna be okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yes. So there, Sport also has a testing feedback section or thread on the testing forums. So if you guys find any bugs or any issues with them, head to the forums and find Sport's post. Yes, I know, Aaron. I know, Arrow. Just no second weapon. No second weapon. I know.
Yeah.
So let's see. Also, some stuff that came out today, or some information. Legends PvE Trigon's Prison is this weekend only, and Vagrant, you said it's unlocked?
Yeah, it's on live right now.
Cool, it's on live. There we go. The Hall of Doom Armory. It still has the mark bug that the bosses are not dropping marks. It still has that bug. I know the devs are still working on it. But so far, I don't think we have any information on when the fix is going to come in. I'm sad to say that. I know with it being a weekend, but we got Trigon's Prison at least, and that works. Yay! That's all I got. So, all right. So, a question came up asking about or really a thread came up talking about the gear, the combat rating, the combat raid chase. Mev's here in chat. For Hall of Doom, they tried to get a fix in for tomorrow, but they did not make it. Oh, that's sad. Sorry to hear that. Things happen. So what you're seeing here, Remander, another great poster on the forums. There was a lot of misinformation about the combat rating for episode 16, about basically the set gear. It's like, oh well, the set gear, or episode 16 is we're gonna have to buy the chest, back, legs, and waist all over again. Why do we even need episode 15? I don't get it. This is horrible. Misinformation. Remander here created this long but very detailed post using the outdated spittle chart that's up here.
Can I just say one thing? All right, Remander, great guy, very informative person and all that, very helpful, very high expectations on the reading capability of people on the forums.
Well, yes, I don't think he
not
had
just,
too
not
long
just
didn't
the
read.
capability, but the willingness to actually read as well. But great, it's a great post. It's a great post. I suggest everybody read it if you're confused by it, by the the gear and everything. I suggest everybody reads it, and for some of you, I suggest you either read it several times or get somebody to read it to you.
Yeah. You can find it on page 3 of the DCUO's Gear CR model is just a rat race. Where's the fun? Also, MMOs are nothing but a rat race. It just...
Yeah, I mean, this is my first MMO, but my understanding is whenever new content comes out, new gear comes out with that content, no matter what MMO you're playing. So, and that gear is usually better, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
So you want to get that gear. All right. I'm curious if these people play Destiny, because from my understanding, it's the same way on Destiny as well. And all that, anybody go out there chase
comes out.
Yeah, but does anybody go out there, having to chase down Xur? I hear trying to find out where Xur's at. See if Xur's selling the weapon I need.
Ooh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
but he goes into great detail about how episode 15, the maximum CR is 131. He uses Odyssey's, I'm guessing he uses Odyssey's CR calculator and calculates what episode 16 is going to be, which is going to be 135. Which, of course, when we actually get a hold of the game, get into the content, we'll be able to know for sure. But, I mean, so far, it's pretty freaking right. So, do you remember that in episode 16, the trash loot, trash/normal drops is 112. I am level 112. That's a full set. It's head, weapon, trinket, utility belt, all that stuff. All 12 pieces are there. It's a full set. And then the common drops, which is basically your solo rare. For episode 16, it's your solo rare is going to be 119. And then the vendor gear is going to be 121, and rare gear is going to be 123, with the elite going to be 120. So the maximum CR, as you can see here, is still going to be 135. That's what you're looking at. Okay. And further on, he goes into talking about the other raid gear, and even episode 17. Even episode 17, again, trash loot 112. The rare gear for, I guess, the duo in episode 17. The duo is going to be 122. Vendor gear is going to be 124, and then the rare drop is going to be 126. All right, and that's going to be your ring, face, neck, trinket, and shoulders. There you go. Actually, it's like 13. That's, well, the rings. It's weird. I suck at math. But yeah, that's where the rest of your gear is going to come from in episode 17. And when episode 17 launches, you're looking at a CR of 141. And if I remember correctly, the CR relevancy band for episode 15, I think, stops at 152. Yep, stops at 152. So you will still be in there with their 12 pieces of content when episode 18 hits. So, like I said, go read the post. Remander did a tremendous job on this. It's really down detailed and helps out everything as well. So, yeah, I just have to point everybody to that. Next I wanted to talk about was a forum post that gets the everyone else into a little bit of discussion. The Bombshell poster packs 1 and 2 are now on the marketplace. They're 300 Daybreak Cash or loyalty points, or they're 270 if you're a member. Yay, go members. 10% discount. The pack 1. The pack 1 does not give any feats, but pack 2 does. Pack 2 does give a 50-point feat. And this thread...
Yeah.
This thread basically came out and said, hey, this is a slippery slope for having to buy feats, making this pay to win. How does everyone feel about that wording?
Well, for me personally, I mean, one side I want to sit here and I would say it's just 1 feat. And it's only 1 50-point feat at that. So it's not that big of a deal, but at the same time, I'm like, I really hope this doesn't become like a normal thing.
Well, at the same time, remember that those posters from Pack 2 also drop in the game as well. So it does give the player the choice, like, hey, you could just keep picking up the posters.
Yeah, but you know, like with a lot of the styles that they sell on the marketplace as well, those don't unlock the style feats.
True.
So, like I said, I really hope this isn't like the start of something new.
And I was on that same board as well, because I thought the same thing until Tori Kumu, I think I said his name right. He responded to the post as well, talking about, well, what about the power respecs, and what about the movement respecs? Because you respec into a new power, or you respec into a new movement mode, and that gives you feats as well. Now, the movement mode, I believe, does movement mode give you an instant feat? If I switch like acrobatics, do I get like something immediately?
You get like a feat if like you're already level 30. You get a feat for reaching level 30 as a super speed 10.
Okay.
Or something like that. But as far as like stuff for like the race feats and everything, you still have to go actually beat all those races.
Correct. And like the powers, I know some of the power feats when you get them, those are 50 points as well.
I don't think so.
Are they not? I thought they were.
Reaching level 10 as a tank, reaching level 30 as a tank. I think those are all 10s or 25s.
10 point. Oh, I thought they were 10 point feats.
Okay.
I mean, like, I'm on game, I can check.
Level 10 as a controller is a 10-point feat. Let's see here. Level 20. That says a hero. Let's see here.
No, these are all. They're all like level. They're all 25s and 10s. Because let's see.
Yeah.
You get a 25 point for reaching level 30 as movement mode. So that's technically 75 points for reaching 30 in each movement mode. Because I have them. Reaching level 10 as a role, tank, healer, and controller is going to be a 10-point feat. And then there's no level 30 for reaching level 30 as a certain role. So
okay. There's achieve level 30 with the movement for for a movement
for each
mode.
one, which is 75 points worth.
That's 75 points. Yeah.
Yeah. So I could see it where it could be a slippery slope, but this is also.
I just don't understand why they did that, since the other base items don't give you a feat if you buy the packs.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to go with the Big Brother route. I think this is all DC. I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of work done into those bombshell covers. I don't know. I mean,
oh, those posters are gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, man. I love those posters.
Yeah.
I freaking sat here the other day after getting all the in-game ones to drop and purchasing the other pack from the marketplace. I sat here for maybe a good 30 minutes the other day making sure I found a spot for every single one of those damn posters in one of my lairs.
Actually, I just looked at...
They're fantastic. I love them all.
I had to go buy my comics last night, and I definitely got my Green Lantern bombshell poster. So I'm actually really... I was like, yay, it came in. So it's very cool. I like it. But I could see it being starting to be a slippery slope, but once he brought in the power respecs and the movement respecs, I'm like, oh, well, this has been going on for years now. Those unlock feats. No one's really complained about that part.
Well, I feel like it's slightly different for those. While this, you can technically argue is pay to win if it keeps going. Because it's technically harder to just do that to like earn it in game.
If it wasn't in game, I would call it pay to win. If those weren't in game where you had to buy the pack to get that feat from the marketplace, that would be pay to win. The fact that this stuff drops in game as well takes it out of the pay to win category. It's close.
Well,
it's slippery.
I mean,
it's like he said before though. It's like you can get the same lair items in the game that you can buy, off of the marketplace. But the marketplace ones don't go towards the feats.
Yeah, I feel like they should ultimately just change it, just to make it,
I'd rather just be like a one-time thing. I'd rather just be like a one-time thing.
I still don't understand why it does that, because the poster pack 1 doesn't, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, why? That doesn't make any sense. I feel like it was a bug, if anything.
The bug is if the poster pack 1 gives you the feat, that's a bug.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why one poster pack would give the feat but the other one doesn't. Like, especially, yeah, I just don't understand.
I'm guessing it's because the poster pack 2 is the ones that you can actually get from the game, right?
Can you not get poster pack 1 either?
No, one of them you cannot. One of them are just
exclusive.
Exclusive to the marketplace.
It must be number 1 then. Number 1 must be the one.
It doesn't count towards feats. Like,
I think that they need to be consistent about it, though, because, like you said, if they have base items that don't count towards the feat, then I would think that the same would apply to these ones that wouldn't. You know, it seems odd that they would half would and half wouldn't. You know, like either they all need to or they all need to not.
Agreed.
I do. The consistency.
Yep.
Which in this case they need to all not, because some of those base items they're hard to get, and it's meant to, you know,
get people to run the content. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
So if they just made it to where you could pay for convenience, I'd be like, come on, DC, you're not a mobile game.
Please don't mention mobile gaming. I just downloaded Fallout Shelter, and I'm trying my best not to play it during the show. I'm getting notifications over here that my guys are ready to, like, hey, he just came back from the Wastelands. I'm like, that's great. I'm on a show right now. I can't talk about that. Another chart from about episode 16. Like I said, this Remander's post happened on page 3. And the thread continued. It's now on page 11. Or I'm sorry, on page 12. Still talking about this. And this was my day. I was in this thread the entire day. Ooh, I have an alert. Oh, someone liked my thing. That's nice.
So, loser.
Why? It's nice. People like my posts. That's probably why I was there so much. Like, someone liked my post? Someone quoted me? Oh, what did he say? Oh, he said something wrong? Oh, let me fix that.
The fact that Remander asked or answered every single question about the whole gear thing on page 3, and it's on page what now?
12.
Right. Completely supports everything I said earlier about Remander having high expectations on the reading skills of people on the forums.
Yes.
Just saying.
So, over on page 11, Umbra created this nice little chart, which this is the chart that I was going to make when I got home. But as soon as I got home, I saw Remander post it, or before I left work, I'm like, Umbra made this? Like, he just saved me probably like maybe 30 minutes of work. When I got home, I can relax. Thank you, Umbra. Thank you so much. So if you go on either like on the top of page 12, which is where I replied to it, you can see a nice little graph on what episode 15, 16, and 17 is going to drop, what the item levels are, and everything. It's a really handy chart. So you have a chart here. You have Remander's breakdown on page 3. 2 amazing posts. I have to give a shout out to Remander, Backside, and Umbra for really knowing their stuff and understanding and trying to be helpful when players were just beating their heads against the wall, not understanding anything. Ugh. So that's all there for you to help you. Now, because we were told that we could talk about it. Episode 18. It's nothing content-wise. It's actually the change of the order of content. This is basically this thread. If anything, the devs, or even probably before, because they actually looked at stuff and like, you know what, this isn't going to work, or something was amiss. Episode 18 is going to be the next cycle of content, and it's going to start. It's going to be a change in order of stuff. So on month 1, which is episode 18, we'll have an elite alert. This is all stuff that we know is going to be there. Episode 18 will have an elite alert. In episode 19, month 2, is going to have I'm sorry, I did mess that up. Month 1, episode 18, Elite Raid. Month 2, episode 19, Elite Alert. So you'll have month 1 and month 2 to gather Elite Gear. And by the way, you can still run that stuff in month 3 as well. It's just for namesake. So you'll have month 1 and month 2 giving you Elite Gear, and to last you until episode 21, which is the start of the next cycle of gear. Okay? So you'll have that elite gear through month 1, month 2 to gather. Month 3, mod it if you want, have some fun with it. And then in episode 21, you'll start looking like, alright, well, do I want... And you'll be able to start switching it out to keep your Fandies going. So at month 3, it's going to be your choice to really switch gear out for a little bit of a number of a CR. You either look at your CR or you look at your stats. and you look at your mods. That's where you're going. So, episode 18 is going to change things to make it a little bit more complacent, where you get your elite gear first, and after that, you can decide what you want to do with it. Any thoughts on that change?
The only thing I don't understand about all the gear and all that. I mean, I understand splitting the gear across 3 episodes. I understand, I kind of understand marginally increased item levels across the 3 and everything. The only thing I don't understand is why the weapons in the 2nd episode and the shoulders are in the 3rd.
Because of Locke.
Locke needs to explain that.
Well, let me see if I can pull him away from his Longhorn game. And
you're gonna lose anyways.
Damn. Hopefully he meps less so you didn't have to tell Locke that. But no, that's a good question. That is a good question, and I wish that we could get Locke to answer that. And maybe whenever we talk to him next, we'll be able to get to him. Because, yeah, because the shoulder piece is the last piece that we need to finish the style set. So that month, when the shoulder piece drops, is where we'll get that the style feat in that month. So it is just a little awkward. It just is. But Locke definitely, I would request that Locke would be able to explain himself on that front. Maybe he just put all the styles on the wall with a dartboard, and it's all right. So, and the last one was shoulders. All right, shoulders is in month 3.
I'm just glad I caught him on the live stream talking about how they're charging the same for head they always charge.
Charging the
what? People were asking about what the vendor costs were going to be for the gear for next episode. And he was saying he happened to bring up the gear piece, the head piece for the gear. It was going to, he said this is exactly what he said was, he said we charge the same thing for the head now that we've always charged for head.
Yeah, I remember that. I said that. I said that in chat. I was like, head, huh?
Let's see if I can.
I feel like, do you ever have one of those moments where your heart skips a beat? It's like, oh shit, did I really just say that? He probably did that.
Let's see if I can answer a few questions in chat. Don't know anything about crossplay. No information really given. Is the CR going to stay the same like this month? Everything was 113. Depending on what the next CR will stay the same. No. The 113 entrance into episode 18, 19, and 20. You skipped an episode, by the way, Jareth. That's going to have a completely different entrance minimum CR. What those are, we don't know. Too far out to find out. According to the chart in episode 16, are we going to get 119 gear from the solo and alerts, or is it just the alert specifically? The 119 is going to drop in the solo, and just like it is in episode 15, it's also going to drop in the alert. Because we get 116 gear in episode 15. The 116 gear we get in the duo, and we get in the raid. With episode 17, episode 16, I mean, in 16, I can only guess, because I'm going by what episode 15 had. With 16, the 119 weapon, hand, head, and feet is also going to drop in the alert and the elite alert. See, that's also another thing that people are really confused about, because you have someone type on their keyboard really hard.
Brittany.
No, my mic is just really sensitive.
So with and a lot of people are really getting confused about that part with the elite alert, because everyone thinks that they're going to get this elite set gear on the first go, and you might if you're lucky. You still have to understand that elite gear, you have to also go through the 119 gear, you have to go through the 123 gear, and you'll possibly get the 120 set gear. There's 2 other sets of gear that's going to be dropping in this instance. Correction, 3, because the 112s, the trash gear, will still drop in these instances as well. Ha ha ha! Kick in the pants. I don't like it either, but it's there. The trash gear is there to stay. Or at least for these episodes. Let's see if there are any other questions. Blue Lanterns, don't know if they're coming. We don't know anything about that. Okay. Exceptional recovery kits. I don't know what those things are. Whatever. I think the recovery kits have been missing in gear for quite some time.
You know, he's talking about the exceptional recovery kits. We have not really seen exceptional recovery kits drop since Tier 5.
Oh, okay.
No, I just ran a Throne of the Dead and it gave me an exceptional recovery kit.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, legit.
Somebody's got to tell Mathalos about that, man. Math is always bringing that up about freaking, you know, no exceptional recovery kits.
I do wonder why they haven't made it consistent. Let's be honest here. There's a lot of things that is in the game that's not consistent, but
Sharpshooter legs.
Sharpshooter legs.
Yeah.
Operations. The menu. Treasure chests.
Oh.
They kind of just now fixed tokens, so good on them.
Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's your episodes so far. I'm actually now going to jump into the test server. Crap, there actually were some things I want to touch on. Where is it? Oh, Bombshell, the Bombshell Paradox in episode 15. They brightened many of the effects for Lady Al Ghul in the final fight, especially the Tenebrae corruption. Has anyone ran that today? Or since no, that was on the PC.
It's great on PC, not on PS.
Oh, that's... Never mind. I'll skip that.
And what today?
Yep.
The server hotfix was... wait, it wasn't server. That was it was a PC test I was looking at by mistake. Because it fixed the brightened mini effects. I don't think it's hit PC yet. If it has, I must have missed it in the patch notes. Maybe, I think it was in Game Update 51. Now that I think about it. Bombshell, brightened mini effects in the final fight, especially the Tenebrae corruption. So that has not hit PlayStation yet.
No, but it's on PC and it's a lot better.
The Tenebrae corruption, I'm guessing, is the black vortexes.
No, the corruption is what the players get.
Oh, okay.
It's that, like,
Thing
circle
that,
thingy around you, the bluish.
yeah, where you have to run into the vortexes to close them.
Yep.
Correct.
On the server hotfix from August 12th, they've also fixed that Lady Al Ghul will summon the expected number of Tenebrae vortices during the fight, and will summon more as they closed. So you can get your feet, if you haven't gotten your feet.
Cookies.
Did you get your feet, Britt? You got it before, didn't you? Before the update?
Yep.
Okay. I believe, if I remember correctly, Bombshell Supergirl and Bombshell Wonder Woman, they were released, but then they were taken away in, like, the next restart because they weren't ready. I don't know what was not ready, but they just weren't ready. But
Aren't they just skin swaps?
they are.
What's not ready about them?
No clue. But if you are one of the players who did purchase them, when they come back, they'll be there unlocked ready for you. So they will remember if you did get it. And then, yeah, Game Update 51 came out. They gave us titles, gave us Bombshell Catwoman. And that's basically it. Besides the biggie, which is the powers. So Celestial, Munitions, Quantum, and Rage have all been updated for the power regeneration mechanic. And I did melee with it, and I had no issues. I mean, of course I got countered, but I just popped a soda and I went back to my business. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the same time, Earth summon Crystal. Crystal has increased damage. In sorcery, the Fury pet has also increased damage, and the Soul Well now hits up to 8 targets and splits after 2. And then Mental also had, from what I gather on the forums, a 20% increase with increased damage of Mass Terror and Mass Levitation when at maximum resonance. Apparently, folks are really upset because Mental did not need a buff. But I don't know. I don't do the Tunzo tests. I leave that to the professionals.
I'm playing Mental right now, and I thought it was pretty good. So, I mean, hey, buff for me, cool.
Actually, yeah, I actually been seeing a lot more Mental DPSs the past couple of days.
Are we saying Mental's the new flavor of the month?
No, I'm just saying I've seen some Mental DPSs out there.
I almost never count the vanilla powers because they're free-to-play powers, so you'll see tons of them anyways, because you don't have to be a member or pay money to play them.
Yeah, I was talking about end content, though.
You could still technically be a premium player and be like, oh, Mental? That's cool.
True.
That's right. So, as I'm going to go ahead and get set up for on the test server. If I can remember where that post was, I'm going to let Super Patriot handle a nice post that came from our creative director, Spittle, about rehash content. I think that's actually... I'm trying to actually find this thread right now.
I've got it. You linked it to us. The episode 16 preview, extremely disappointing.
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to find it on my news articles. I can't remember which day I did it. But
episode what content? Extremely disappointing?
Episode 16. So basically, all right, Spittle replied to this post on there, okay, where this guy, I'll read this person's post and all that, and I'll paraphrase pretty much everything Spittle said.
Can we paraphrase the main one, because it's so long-winded.
Well, this guy was saying he was looking for the next episode, but feels extremely disappointed after watching the preview. The biggest fail in his book is the lack of any new artwork and new playable instances. He says he means the content is monthly and they call it new, but if it's new, it has to be fresh. Most other DLCs in the past have had new artwork and a new map, but this is not the case with the upcoming episode, which is true. He's not saying anything false here. But he says ever since changed the new format, he said devs are failing to make any new maps or new artwork and using old redundant maps to push content. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Devs are lazy, blah blah blah. So
you yada yada over the good part.
So, I did?
No, it's a Seinfeld joke. Continue. I'm sorry.
I know
mentioned
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. So, all right. So, Spinner replied to this and all that, and honestly, I mean, his response makes a lot of sense and all that. And this is why you see, what everybody calls rehash content or redone content. It's not really redone content if there's something new in it. All right, yeah, okay, definitely it's new. It's an old map area or it's an old instance, map, but there's new stuff in that. Okay, but I mean, he brings up some very good points in here, talking about he's like, when you watch like Justice League Unlimited and all that. Oh, look, they're in the Watchtower again. Boring. I mean, he's like, oh my God, he says something else about Batman. Where is it? There's something else about Batman, like I joked about earlier, Batman, has, it says right here, whenever I crack open a Batman comic, I'm simply astounded at the amount of times I had to suffer through Batman hanging out and making plans in the Batcave. I mean, Batman is so rich, he should never have to use a secret lair more than once. He should build a new about the priest so that I can get the eye candy I need. But that basically sums it up. I mean, the whole point about DC Universe Online, okay, yeah, I understand. People want to see new areas and everything like that, and they do introduce new areas. I mean, Zamaron's fresh, New Genesis is fresh. and everything. And I think a lot of this has to do with, you know, like with the bombshells and all that. Oh my God, we're going back into the Nexus again. Well, the Nexus is like, dude, seriously, the Nexus is a gateway. It's a gateway to like infinite possibilities of areas that we could end up going to. You know, so going back to areas like that, it's not so much, it's not, you know, lazy development. It's reusing resources wisely within the story. Because like he says, you know, Batman only has one Batcave. You know, I mean, he may have little stash houses here and there, but the Batcave is the Batcave. So you go to the Batcave and you're like, oh, shit, I'm in the Batcave.
He should have a pool in the Batcave by now.
Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, this sounds more like people are pushing for what, you know, is classified as an expansion to this game. You know, as to like other MMOs. Where, you know, we would get like a new city, which would be awesome. I would love to see Star City or in a completely expanded Central City. You know, or Fawcett City. I would love to see that out of the game, but I mean, they can't do it right now. I mean, but it's not bad, you know, practices by the development team to, you know, use places where we've already been, because the whole point is, you know, like you said, Metropolis is always going to be Metropolis. Gotham is always going to be Gotham. I mean, you know, you don't see, you know, I mean, he brings up, you know, how many times they go to Star Labs in the Flash TV show. You know, I was like, you know, oh my God, we're in Star Labs again. They can't build a new one for every episode. I mean, it's just not cost effective for TV shows even, or movies, to do that. So yeah, get over it, folks. Get over it. They're going to reuse maps. They're going to reuse instances and all that, but it's not so much what the, you know, map they reuse or what instance they reuse. It's what's in it that counts. That's all I gotta say about that.
Coming from other MMOs, I can see what he's talking about, though, and I'm pretty sure Trex can too.
Yeah, but I also look at those development teams too, because I mean, for God's sakes, it's Blizzard.
Yeah, that's why I don't mind it as much. For me, it's, dude, I'm getting content every month. The game's gonna stay fresh, even if I'm going into the same areas. Is it a little annoying? Yeah. I can't, you know, say that I love seeing the same area over and over again, but it saves resources. It makes it to where they can push out content for us to experience more often, rather than saying, hey, this such and such is going to get delayed. I'd rather content come out faster, that's going to be fun, new things to do. It's going to keep players interested.
Yeah, I mean,
even if you might not like the art style.
You know, I mean, if we had to go to Zamron every other month to do something with the power battery there, yeah, I would be pissed off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is this not God. Fixed yet?
Like, can you women not keep your shit straight here? You know? Why do I always have to clean up after you damn women? You know, I mean, but I mean, if that was the case, yeah, I mean, people would have, you know, a leg to stand on as far as I'm concerned. You know, if you know, the Batcave was getting raided every other month, you know, yeah, I'd completely agree with that. But I mean, you know, okay, we got the, all right, you're in the Owen solo right now. You're on test. Okay, how many times did they use Owen? The Owen power battery.
Yeah, this map.
We've got it for the duo, and we've got it for the alert from War of the Light 2. All right, and now we've got it. It's only part of this mission, correct?
Yeah.
So
as far as I know.
Yeah, as far as we know so far.
Woo! I'm getting my little butt handed to me. I'll give myself that. Lots of knocking around too.
Well, that's because you're using like interruptible powers. They're lunging you.
Well, not even that. It's not just that.
But it could be.
You should definitely be meleeing this.
I really should, but my test, I don't have a melee loadout. I didn't start using melee until live, until just a couple weeks ago.
Oh man.
What do you mean? Man, I've always been range on test, always, because I didn't have anything to test for melee. And
So what you're saying?
Don't you have arm rings on test?
I do, but I never had a melee loadout. I never used it.
God.
I
saying is you went prepared.
I'm not a melee player. I mean, I just started the melee loadout when I asked you for the loadout because I wanted to try it out.
Saying is you went into this instance unprepared.
Yes, because it just became unlocked, and I don't know what to expect. I mean, look, for God's sakes, I'm 124 CR. I definitely will be wearing a lot better gear right about now. And the fact that I did die and the ads did not reset their health, I like that. And I did not mean to use my supply drop. Silly me. Ooh, there's a barrel here. What's this barrel? Oh, it's just a barrel. I can't do anything with it. First boss.
Yeah, great mission I uploaded on my YouTube channel a while back.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
It was only this part though.
Yeah.
Are you wearing a purple aura?
I'm not even like watching it. I'm running Halls of Hades right now.
Yeah, I'm just... folks want to see it, so I want to at least please them.
Oh my god, Trex, you'd just be better off just using weapon attacks instead of keep using Dreadful Blast and getting interrupted all the time.
Yeah, well, how about you play your way and I'll play mine?
Okay. Fine then. So yeah, I mean that was basically it. So what was the next thing you wanted to cover? You're busy doing that?
That's it. That was it. That was everything.
Everything?
That was
You don't want to talk about the Affinity bonuses, Affinity Generator mods post that Sport put up on the test?
It's everything I repeated. Because I did look at it and it's the same thing that is on the test notes.
Yeah.
So if anything, I'm going tank. Yay, tank.
Oh God.
I do good.
You stay alive. That's
That's all that matters.
Was there anything else you wanted to cover, or you just want to?
No. I guess we did I mean, I was actually shocked we hit everything too. What else is there? What else happened? Because I really didn't expect. I half expected episode 16 to be on test. Didn't really expect it, but half expected it.
I kind of saw it. I feel like it's probably going to be, when they have a good rhythm, it'll probably be mid-month, it'll be on test server, or beginning of month, it will release.
Yeah.
Michael Grid wants to know if anyone has suggested taking long walks on the beach with you since last week.
No, because the beach is like 2.5 hours away from me, and I don't want to drive.
Yeah.
Grid, that was part of the fix they tried to get in for tomorrow. Is the lockout for Legends PvE Hall of Doom. being able to reset that and shit, but they weren't able to get that fix in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But cool. Yep, so when you hop on in, you'll get the mission already in your journal. You'll have to go to Metropolis Battle Zone, talk to a kiosk, and you'll accept the quest and go in.
You alright?
I have no idea what that was.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Seriously just told me to put Cerberus down.
Did Hardlight get nerfed? Not that I'm aware of.
It totally did. Oh my god. Hardlight used to be good. In fact, they used to be so good.
Oh man, here we go.
Thanks, Val. Thanks, buddy. Oh my god! It's that family. It's that Family Guy episode.
Oh no!
Oh
We
no.
don't have the weapon to kill Cerberus.
Wow.
Like one of my friends was like, "Oh, I must have dropped it when I died." I was
My bad.
And then, okay, what's even better is everybody was like, "Okay, we need to wipe." Someone tried to pick me up just now.
So, looking at the relevant CR relevancy. Oh, look, the suggested dominance is only 2,550. Neat. So the combat rating relevancy is 113 to 156.
Wow, we're gonna be able to do that for a while.
Yeah. The content from episode 15 ends at 152.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make the guess that possibly episode 17 will last until 160. That's just a guess.
Yeah, me too.
You just stay in your hall.
Hades.
So yeah, I'll probably be on test server this weekend, looking at content a lot closer.
You alright, Vagrant?
He really does sound like the Predator. So, any questions from chat about episode 16, or any other questions that we can possibly answer without getting in trouble?
Is it? Oh, this is the one thing I wanted to bring up earlier. Is it just me, or does like a lot of this story happen off camera? Like we just kind of walk in and go like, oh, so this just happened. Oh, okay.
Well, you know,
And
because like
it's explained to us, we don't get to experience it. That's why I really miss the like comic strips that we used to have.
that I miss that too.
Yeah.
Like for instance, in the Oa Under Siege, are we gonna, like, you just played it? Do we get to see Hal Jordan die for him to become a Black Lantern, or does he just, or do we just get in there and he's Black Lantern and we're
Well, I
supposed
think
to?
there's a no, they explain there's a difference between Black Lanterns and corrupted Black Lanterns.
But do we see him get corrupted, or is it just we walk in there and he's already corrupted and we're just like, oh, okay?
I don't know.
Trex would have to like not die in the solo.
Yeah,
To find out.
yeah, I would have to, you know, actually like get prepared to get geared and change out my loadout.
Yeah, but what basically my biggest thing is that happens a lot where we're just supposed to assume and go along with the story. The story's not fully explained to the best of its ability. At least I feel.
I'm there with you. I feel that with Oa Under Siege, like this stuff has already happened, and we're basically coming in like the tail end of them doing their thing. And in my eyes, I basically just got like, I got the phone call. Hey, Trex, we're in a jam. Do you mind coming to help us out? We thought we could do this on our own, but obviously we can't. So, do you mind coming to help us out? Yeah, man, I'll be there in 5.
They need help, and they called you.
Yeah.
Damn,
Brittany out of fucking nowhere, quiet for like the past 15 minutes. That's what she laughs at.
Let's go ahead and just drop soup from the call. Let's go ahead and hit that in-call button. It's amazing I let these people on the show, isn't it? It's astounding. This is why
you sir were the one that favored my tweet the other night during your stream, talking about why you wear a red aura.
It's true.
So everybody doesn't see you crash.
Yeah, that's why I can't wait for the for new auras to come out whenever they decide to pop them out, because we know new auras are coming. We want them. We want them now. But yeah. So any questions before we do our thing and head off into the sunset?
Yeah, sunset.
Brittany hasn't left me yet.
She's gonna.
She certainly will. But yeah, I'm sure Brittany will probably be streaming on the PC test server this weekend sometime. Probably even tonight when the show ends. She's probably getting set up right now, because she can do that.
I am. I do respect my 351 skill points.
351, is that what you said?
Yeah.
All the ones that gave you?
Yeah, because, you know, special treatment and all.
Yeah. Yeah, good job on that, by the way, Trex.
What?
Retweeting that dude's stream out.
Look, you guys need to send me a memo of people who give you shit, okay?
Well, I didn't realize he was going to come to you and, like, suck up to you after talking shit to me.
Well, I can't help it if the kids hate mom and dad and they go to the cool uncle. I can't help that.
No, it's not that he hates me. It's that he's an idiot and somehow believed something that somebody told him through whatever twisted grapevine that he listens to. That's not my problem. That he's so gullible that he believes stupid crap like that.
Yeah, folks, don't believe in gossip. Gossip is how we get misinformation on the forums.
Something that killed me when I called the dude out on it. He's like, well, that's what I heard. Oh, so it's true then. What the hell?
Like, clearly. Like, if you were smart enough, wouldn't you think that if I was to get all of my skill points earned through a dev, that they would unlock everything and not just leave the freaking Legends PvE? Like, come on, really? God.
Yeah. She's got all of her speed. Legends PvE.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you kidding me?
I'd be kind of pissed at the devs, to be honest with you.
Well, that'd be the biggest troll, like, ever.
Here's everything else except for that.
Right.
The episode that comes out in October, what would be cool for me? I think anything Halloween related. I mean, anything. Everything's out there. I don't know what it could be.
Should have a back to school event.
Yeah.
UQ and Granny Goodness is like, you need what are you doing up so late? You need to like go to school. Dumb kid.
A dumb kid. What the? Oh man.
So, all right. So that's it for us for this evening. We'll switch over to the shameless plug in just a moment. It's not the Matrix. Calm down. There's probably something else. Actually, it's probably the game, because I get this weird feedback when I'm playing a video game. I don't know what it's from yet. So let's go over to our shameless plug. So thank you all. Episode 15 is out. Episode 16 is on the test server. So be sure to pay attention to Brittany or even Vagrant or myself or Soups for any streams regarding episode 16. You never know. Soups might hop on.
You never know.
You never know.
Because I don't know.
So be sure to follow us on Facebook at DCUO Source Podcast or DCUO SourceCast. Just type either one and you'll find us. You can also find us on Twitter at DCUO SourceCast. Be sure to find all the episodes leading up, starting with our very first video episode, all the way back from SOE Live, 2012? 2013 maybe. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
I think it was August 2011 when I started on the show with you. You guys were only it was episode 17, 18?
No. The video, our first video that we did live, that we started doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was back on SOE Live. So you can find all the videos, all our VODs on over at youtube.com/Trexlight in the SourceCast playlist. They also link over to Super Patriot's channel. He hosted a few episodes. He also has his own episodes as well because he does cool things like just pirate stuff. Arg.
Yep.
You can find all of the MP3 audio versions for download and listen over at Trexlight.com. Over on the DCUO SourceCast homepage. And you can find us on iTunes. Just type in DCUO SourceCast and you'll find us. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions you guys want us to talk about on the show, email us at DCUOSourcecast@gmail.com. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/thedaddieshouse. I'm also on facebook.com/thedaddieshouse. I am on the Twitter at thedaddieshouse. And you can occasionally find me here streaming on twitch.tv/thedaddieshouse. Track Vagrant, where can we find you?
You can find me at YouTube/TrickTrack. You can find me on Twitter at TrickTrack. You can find me on Twitch here, TrickTrack. You can find me on Facebook/TrickTrack. You can find me on Tumblr. Oh shoot, I just dropped my phone.
Oh no!
It's good though.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other social medias. Brittany, if you're paying attention, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch at Brittany _ on Twitter at Pink Ranger _206 or on YouTube //
//
Brittany or / Brittany. Trex, where can we find you?
You can find me over on my Facebook at /Trexlight. You can also find me over at my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Trexlight. What's the matter?
Grid's all MySpace/TrickTrack.
Is MySpace still even around still?
I think so, yeah.
It's more for music.
Okay, that's why I thought.
Yeah.
You can also find me on the Twitter at ThisIsTrex. This is basically the #1 place you can actually talk to me because I love Twitter. But I do talk on Facebook as well. Just everything I say on Twitter gets linked over to Facebook. So I answer comments. I do that. And of course, you should be following me over at twitch.tv/Trexlight for the SourceCast every Friday night and for other random shenanigans that I do. And the fact that now Spittle has a sub button, I'm going to get a sub button. I'm going to fill out the application. I'm going to do it. Yes. Yeah. So, stick around for the giveaway. I have 2 PSN cards to give away. And I know you guys want to try and win some cards and try and get some episodes. It's going to be good.
Oh, speaking of giveaways, Brittany, did you see what I sent that message I sent you on Skype the other day about Lee?
Yeah. Poor guy.
That was funny. He had just followed the damn stream, too.
Well, okay. So thank you so much for watching. We will have some. There are no news on the PC on the Daybreak cash cards yet. I am patiently.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. I am patiently waiting for them. Patiently waiting. And seriously, I mean, Steam, I would get a Steam card, but they're $20, and I can't afford $40 a week. I just can't. So I mean, if Steam had like a $10, I would do a $10 here and a $10 there, but stupid Steam. So all I got is PSN cards. I'm still waiting patiently for the Daybreak cash cards. Don't know when they're going to be out. And if I did, I would definitely be sharing it. I don't care if I get... Okay, I would care if I get in trouble. But we just got to wait a little bit more patient, I guess. Yeah, I have the patience of a saint who's drunk on power. If that's a thing.
Yeah.
So stick around for the giveaway. Right when we end the episode, we'll be switching over to the giveaway section, and so you guys can try and win these cards and buy stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week, where we'll talk a little bit more about episode 16 on the PC test and any other random crap that happens on the forums. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.